Our CBS coverage of NBA basketball starts a little bit later on today. And with me in the studio is a new member of our team, our NBA editor, Sonny Hill. And you're only one member of the CBS team.
Correctly. I'll be working with Oscar Robertson, who will be doing the analyzation of the game, and Brent Musburger, who will be doing the play-by-play. We'll be watching the Seattle and Portland game this afternoon.
That'll be coming up a little later. We're in the middle of the college football season, though, with all of its hoopla and some say overemphasis. Ken Squire investigated an alternative approach to sports at a 50th reunion in Chicago.
They've always done things differently at the University of Chicago. The legendary wizard Amos Alonzo Stagg took the tiny institution to its 7th and final Big Ten title 50 years ago when his Midway Monsters held Red Grange in Illinois to a tie. They say that Stagg was to football what Washington was to the country. The grand old man was an innovator whose priorities ran equally between human development and winning 229 games. In 1939, Chicago put football into balance, and they found it overemphasized and too costly for the rewards. And so they simply, shockingly, dropped it. Well, football's back. Illinois and Ohio State have been replaced by Grinnell and Loris, and the budget today is about $7,000. That's 1/4 what a major school spent last year to send its band to a bowl game. Oh, they have a band these days featuring the world's first free-form kazoo ensemble, and they have a stadium concession facility in keeping with the new program. But compared to 50 years ago, their guests invariably have the advantage. It wasn't that way when Iron Man Jay Berwanger played here. He was the first recipient of and the model for the Heisman Trophy. Berwanger was the first player ever selected in the National Football League player draft. He was a shoo-in for the 1936 Olympics in decathlon. He passed on both opportunities.
I turned down the Olympic thing, Ken, because I had a meeting with the vice president of the university, and we discussed where I wanted to be 30 years from now. And after talking about it, I decided that I would be better off graduating, starting to work, and starting on my other career. As far as the NFL is concerned, I was the first draft choice, Ken, because that's the first year they had the draft. And I asked George Hallis for $25,000 for 2 years. This was way out of their range. They were paying $100 a game and so forth, and it would have been worthwhile for me to play if I'd have gotten that money. Otherwise, I wanted to go to work and get started in business and wind up doing more or less what I'm doing today.
How you going? You had the defense in earlier. Come on. Hurry up. Right, tight.
Chicago hasn't had any more Heisman winners, but today they have 640 intramural teams for the 8,000 students, and perhaps the highest percentage of student involvement in the nation. The University of Chicago's athletic scholarships are based 1 on academics, 2 on sports, and they mean it. If Jean Dufort chucks her games for a study project she likes, she retains full athletic scholarships that brought her here.
At the University of Chicago, we're all here playing sports because we enjoy it. We're college students first, all of us in the program, and people that run the athletic department know that and realize that, and in fact encourage us to be students first and athletes second.
As undergraduate Jean Dufort told us, here at Chicago, it's not to be the best, but to do your best. At a time when 2/3 of American collegiate athletic programs are operating seriously in the red, the University of Chicago is, as they were 50 years ago, pioneering innovative sports programs, and they are not allowing pride or tradition to dictate the priorities.
Next Saturday, Henry Aaron, the all-time home run king, will be featured on CBS Sports Spectacular in an interesting contest, a home run hitting contest at Tokyo Stadium. Aaron will take 20 at-bats along with his rival contestant, Japan's Sultan of SWAT, Sadaharu Oh. You'll see it via satellite along with highlights of the New York Mets baseball game against the Japanese All-Star team. That's next Saturday on CBS, where you see the best in sports on the #1 network.
full fury of an NBA championship. Milwaukee versus Boston, and CBS is there.
Milwaukee controls. And there's 23 seconds now left. Robinson being pressed by Havlicek. The double team. They throw it up. Cross-court pass to Daniels. Taken away by Kenny. It goes to Havlicek. 10 seconds. 8 seconds. Havlicek's jump shot. No good. His own rebound is good. Unbelievable. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Another overtime.
While Boston is beating Milwaukee in 7 games, this young man is dominating college basketball for the 3rd straight year. He's Bill Walton, super center for UCLA. From the field, he hit almost 7 out of every 10 shots he took. He averaged 20 points a game. But Bill Walton was more than a great individual. As a team man, he led UCLA to 88 straight victories. In January, the Portland Trail Blazers won the most important coin flip in their history. They won the right to draft first in the NBA, and that put Bill Walton in a Portland uniform. You'll see the Big Redhead today against the Seattle Supersonics.
You'll see the best in basketball when you watch the NBA. When you watch the NBA on CBS.
Nothing but the best.
How do you think he's played so far?
Fantastic, and watch out for the rest of the season.
You think Portland might finish someplace other than the cellar this year?
Oh, absolutely. Right as of right now, Bill Walton's our main man.
There you have it. Back to the floor.
Now joining me at courtside is the man who actually put the D in defense, Bill Russell. He'll be joining me in just a moment. Here he is right now. Bill.
Zero. How you doing, Oscar?
Can you give me the tips about doing the color on television?
Well, I'll tell you, Oscar, just have a good time. That's the thing. You know, I just try to have a good time myself, enjoy the game, and try to help the people figure out what to look for.
Yes. This is a young season for you so far, Bill. What about your team so far?
Well, we start off kind of slow, but we're moving pretty good. Actually we have 4 rookies, so we're a real young team. I'm very pleased with the rookies. They're pretty sound young men, and I'll tell you this, Oscar, it's one of the nicest bunch of young men I've ever had the opportunity to be around for a length of time, and that's very important because we spend so much time together.
Thank you, Bill, and good luck.
All right,
All right, Oscar and Bill. Now, the 4th member of our team is Sonny Hill. He's standing by in New York with film coverage of these 2 teams. We'll go to Sonny right after this timeout.
I'd like you to see what my little steel chainsaw can do. Now, wasn't that easy?
You can see Bart Starr's favorite chainsaw at your local steel dealer.
The Britannic, one of the last great ocean liners. On board, 1,200 people and 7 bombs. Juggernaut, the greatest sea adventure of all time, has just begun.
All passengers stand by lifeboats.
Richard Harris, Omar Sharif. Juggernaut. Rated PG. Coming soon to a theater near you.
On CBS, sponsored by Ace Hardware. Ace is a place for the helpful hardware man. And by Ford and your local Ford dealer. The closer you look, the better we look. Stay tuned as the NBA on CBS continues after this word from your local station.
This is CBS.
When I'm elected governor of this state, you're going to see a whole new spirit permeate the executive branch, whether it be in the education or the Medi-Cal, the prepaid health, air pollution. I don't care what the area is, we're going to take a look at each one and try to make those agencies work for all the people. It's a great chance. I know we're not going to create miracles, but with your help, once again, you're going to be back in Sacramento come next January.
He's done a lot for us. As governor, he can do a lot more.
This is Telly Savalas. I'd like to tell you about an album I made for MCA Records. It's called Telly. Are you ready? I sing songs. Well, I'm not going to worry too many professional singers. But I believe that if I can let you know how I feel about this or that song, by the way I perform it for you, then I can't be making too many mistakes. Hey, you may still wonder why an actor would make a record. I'll answer by asking you to listen to my album. Maybe then you'll stop asking why. You'll know. It's called Telly, and so am I.
KNXT, Los Angeles.
Tonight starring Peter Falk as Columbo.
The Sunday Mystery Movie brought to you by Chevrolet, the exciting new Monza 2+2 and the beautiful new Nova at your Chevrolet dealers now. Chevrolet makes sense for America.
Say, America, Chevrolet would like to talk with you about station wagons.
Can we afford to drive them? Yeah, what about gas mileage?
Is that the way America talks to you?
That's what American families are saying. And if it's important to them, it's important to Chevrolet. That's why the regular-size Caprice Estate, mid-size Chevelle wagons have a new efficiency system. It works with unleaded gas.
Speak up now.
It's designed to give you improved fuel economy, surer starts and faster warm-ups, smoother engine performance, and cleaner air. You'll also need less frequent tune-ups.
We like that.
Our economical little Vega estate wagon.
Estate?
Call it Little Woody. Anyway, it has its version of the system, which also works with unleaded gas. It's designed for surer starts, smoother engine performance, and cleaner air. How's that sound, America?
Sounds like we'll save some money.
And you, madam?
For a young man, you make a lot of sense.
Just discovered electricity. Sears stretch pantyhose. Electricity with the fit that turns your legs on. Look at this ankle. Cute, huh? See what happens to my pantyhose when I wriggle it? Absolutely nothing. And get a load of this knee, or this bending, and no bags. In fact, they fit this good, all the way up to my waist. And wait till you discover electricity's price. Only 99 cents.
Discover Legtricity in 3 sizes, 2 styles, only at Sears.
You keep teaching them to share things, but some things shouldn't be shared, like that bathroom cup right there. So you put up a Dixie dispenser, easy as that, and they pull down a fresh, clean cup every time. Dixie cups. They weren't made to spread anything but smiles.
Dixie's for giving the whole world a smile. Now you're living Dixie style.
During America's rise to independence, life or death could hinge on words. And it was the broadsider who carried those words and hammered them on the village walls for all to see. We put the broadsider on a special stamp for you to see. This and 32 other fascinating stamps are available only in our 1973 mint set. Just $3 at your post office. The place to discover the fun of stamp collecting.
Burt Reynolds out to break a case. On the way, he breaks one door, one head, one window, and at least one heart. Burt Reynolds is Seamus, a detective with a nose for trouble and a very private eye for Diane Cannon. Seamus, Monday at 9, 8 Central Time.
If you're getting tired pouring money into your old car, then it's time to talk to Security Pacific Bank about one of the 3 ways we can help you get a new car, especially if you're already doing business with us. After all, if you trust us with your money, why shouldn't we trust you with ours? It's about that simple at Security Pacific Bank.
Something special that you know is you. Something special that you know is.
East LA residents speak for and against self-government tonight.